probably a good thing.
Hello, everybody. It's Lou Mangello from WDW Radio, and welcome to the WDW NewsCast. Today is Wednesday, May 19th, 2011. We are live here in Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. We're live every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern at WDWNewsCast.com. This week's show is sponsored by our friends over at TouringPlans.com. There you'll find crowd calendars, the free Lines application for your iPhone, lots more. Be sure to also check out StarToursLive.com for instant updates about the opening of Star Tours 2. So I'm here with good friends Scott Otis, kind of good friend Becky Mankin from MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, and we're here this week for the Walt Disney World Resort Showcase, a series of events for the media where they showcase some of the things that are new and are coming to the Walt Disney World Resort. And today, Becky, you and I had an opportunity to see firsthand something new that we've talked about in the past, but got to see in person, and those are the new Royal Rooms over at Port Orleans Riverside Resort. We had a nice little tour of both French Quarter and Riverside, and they actually have a mock-up room of the new Royal Rooms. Now, unfortunately, because it was still in sort of the concept phase, it wasn't a final product, not able to share pictures or video with you, I am going to share an interview with Imagineer Eric Jacobson about it. We love Eric Jacobson, again, for that next generation of elite Imagineers. But I've got to tell you, that again, the concept art does not do the room justice. It is a smart move on their part, not calling it a princess room, because it does not feel princessy at all. You had the right word for it, which was it felt
regal, royal. It felt very rich. The colors were deep and dark, and it's something that I would actually expect in a deluxe resort rather than a moderate resort. I really had that appeal when I first walked in and looked at it.
And you definitely get a sense that it is almost sort of a step above a moderate level room, a traditional standard room, of which they are updating all the rooms across both French Quarter and Riverside. But it did feel, I got the sense that this is what the Castle Suite would feel like. A lot of rich dark woods, a lot of royal blues. But the thing that's nice is it's got a storyline behind it about Princess Tiana. This is where her princess friends, like Scott, stay when they're on vacation, and they left some amazing details in the room. And I don't want to spoil it, but there's so much to see and to look forward to. There are special effects in the headboards that we got a sneak peek to be able to get a chance to see. But there's a lot of details that some of her friends, like Jasmine, like Belle, left in the room. And again, it's sort of bringing that theme park experience into the resort itself.
Right. I really like the story that they came up with for these rooms, because it's not supposed to be Ariel's bedroom or Tiana's bedroom. It's supposed to be a place where they've stayed before, and it really does reflect that story and that theming. And I like the idea that little hidden treasures are left by each of the princesses who visited. It really, they did a great job with this.
And the rooms almost, because of the way they're decorated, they almost seem bigger. The rooms seem larger. Now, again, across both resorts, even in the standard rooms, they've gone from the double beds to the queen beds, but you don't feel cramped in those rooms at all. Somebody in the chat room was asking if they are going to be queen beds. Yes, those are queen beds. As far as 5 people, Becky, I guess you could probably sort of, real small people like me and little kids can maybe cram into a bed.
In those specific rooms, I didn't see any room, or they did not address having any of the little Murphy bed things that fold out. So it looks like at this point it's going to be a room for 4, but who knows what they're going to do when they expand it.
Right. And we did ask, they are going to make some of these rooms accessible. So if you are in a wheelchair and need to transfer, they're going to make sure some of those rooms are accessible to you as well. We also saw more of the concept art and actual photos of mock-ups of art of animation. And again, this is some of the things we were talking about before. Again, that theming of beyond just a storyline of the resort you're in, but they're bringing the animated films right into your resort, making that theme park experience part of your resort experience as well, too.
That's right, just like they've done at the Caribbean Beach with the Pirates rooms and the Finding Nemo rooms as well.
Yeah, and they definitely have taken it to another level, because it's not just subtle details, it's not just paintings on the walls or bread spreads, it's actual theming of furniture and the bedspreads and the headboards and even the decorative wallpaper and things like that.
Right, and one thing I don't want to give away, there is something special about the table, too.
Yeah.
So a lot of different ideas and touches that really will make this a special experience.
It becomes like, and I sort of felt the need to want to do this, like like almost like an adventure, a game, trying to search for all the different things that the Imagineers have left in your room. And if you have little kids, or if you're a little kid at heart, I think you're really going to enjoy these rooms. And again, you also get that sense of luxury as well, too.
Right. Very comfortable. Those bedspreads. Well, some of us know that some before the modern resorts had very thin, not very luxurious bedspreads, and these I reached down, I felt it, and it was very bouncy and fluffy and thick. So you can tell that they've really gone to all of the detail to put this together.
And I think, and we've said this before, I think this is the beginning of a trend, and they sort of alluded to that this morning, that they are gauging guest response to the family suites, the themed rooms, the niche rooms like the health and wellness suites that are coming. I think you're going to see a lot more of that. I mean, look at what they're doing over at Art of Animation. It goes beyond just the room itself. It goes into the environment where you become the size of either somebody from Cars or from Little Mermaid. The Lion King area is spectacular.
I love the idea to bring you down to that size. So
Lou size.
Lou size.
The Lou size. You can all be my size now.
And they do the story for each of the locations, from Ariel, Cars, Lion King, Nemo, right? Each one of those has a perspective, a certain character's perspective that they bring you down to. So you see everything from their eyes. And it comes from the moment you walk into the courtyard area and the pool areas into the room. So they've it seems like they're going to bring it all the way through. And those are exciting because they're going to have 1,120 of those family suites that sleep 6.
Right. And if you notice, they're keeping in mind everybody's budget. It goes from the value resorts to the family suites, the moderates. Yes, they haven't released pricing, and I saw somebody in the chat room asking about that. It may very well be a slight step up from traditional modern resort pricing, and they're also bringing it online for the deluxe as well. I think they're going to start expanding those offerings some more. That definitely seems to be the trend. Somebody said they should make a Lou Mangello room, and they said it wouldn't have any beds because I never sleep. So. And people are talking about a Tron-themed room, a Steamboat Willie room. So the opportunities are there. How about this? A Muppets-themed room. A Star Wars-themed room. Come on, kids. You know you want it.
How cool would that be?
Dude, a Mary Poppins room. A sensitive side of Scott Otis. I like that. He does have a soul. See, I told you. A journey into imagination room. So, yeah. And I will tell you, a Captain Nemo room.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and again, too, I really want to stress that by not calling it a princess room, it was important because you don't get a sense that it's feminine at all. It's a very masculine room. Somebody asked about that, and there's very many allusions to the princes on the walls. Right. It's not all about, it's not a room for little girls, it's a room for royalty. Right. It's not like you're walking into Bippity Boppity Boutique. Right. You really do get that feeling. If you've ever seen any of the pictures of the Castle Suite, it's very reminiscent of that. Right. And the pricing, I know they haven't released it, but it's not going to be that much higher from what I understand. So it's, for anybody that has a family who wants to start the magic from the moment they get to the resort, this is going to be the answer. Right, and Mrs. Brouhaha likes the fact that you're going to see some Prince elements in these royal themed rooms. So if you, like me, if you have a little boy and a little girl, there's something in there for everywhere. People are throwing out all kinds of great ideas: a Space Mountain room, a Hades room, a Yeti room, Haunted Mansion room. A haunted mansion room. A stretching room. It's a two-story villa. It's a two-story villa, and it stretches to the second story. You're not excited or anything about that, are you? I love these rooms, and I love the coffee I just had at the Wave. I would love to hear more of your thoughts about ideas for rooms that you have, because all of you in the chat room, is this you having a... The in-room gifts. We hadn't talked about that. Oh, I know. Oh, my gosh. That's another way of bringing it. What are you, Stokowski? Are you conducting? I'm learning from you. So, yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to even talk about that, but you make a great point. We've talked with Gene Valenti in the past from Disney Floral and Gifts, and we did get a chance to get a sneak peek at some of what they are bringing out, and again, bringing that experience into your room even before you get here, or when you get home. Two of the things that we saw that we want to give you a little hint about is a princess celebration with banners and these giant hat boxes, Scott, with a tiara. perfume, a scroll, flowered on the bed. Which is I called it the get out of the doghouse package. So for your wife, for your mom, for whoever the princess is in your family at any age range, they can adapt. There are princess packages. The new thing that they're about to roll out next month, you don't even know about this, and you know everything,
So cool.
are the pirate ones.
It is
You
so
know about
cool.
that. The pirate ones are awesome. And with that, there's an entire story that goes with it. You need to have sort of this little adventure in your room that takes you through clues to find things that are hidden everywhere and treasures. And we've got to do this. We've got to get a royal room with our Duffy Bear and do the little pirate adventure inside. And can we tell them about what else is coming?
Should we?
I think
Should we?
Can we?
I don't know.
It is appropriate.
Is it?
It's appropriate
I'll go for it.
for the weekend.
Oh, it is appropriate for the weekend.
It is appropriate. So
This is cool.
you're also going to be able to order Halloween. They've got Halloween baskets and all kinds of presents and stuff in there.
One thing on the Halloween one, really quickly, but it included a candy bag that lights up so that it's there and ready for your kids,
Right.
all ready for the Halloween party.
Absolutely. And they also have one for Christmas as well.
Uh-huh.
You'll be able to start ordering for your next trip next month. But they're expanding that line as well. We talked about some of those opportunities that are there. Scott Otis, you're going to love this because they're also working on Star Wars themed in-room package and celebration.
It's so cool to
Yes.
go down that road. Absolutely. And one thing that I do like, it's not just that you walk into your room and there's stuff on your bed.
Right.
It starts with a banner that's put on your room on your door, so that when you walk up to your door, you have a surprise right before you even put your key into the door. So it's something has happened in your room.
And
when you walk up
whatever
to it.
your kids are into, your son, your daughter, your wife, your mother, I don't know why I pointed at you guys when I said that, but there is something, and they will work with you. If you call up and they say, these are the elements of the package, you can plus it, you can change it, you can adapt it. And somebody made a great point. The opportunities for themed rooms, for the in-room celebrations, for things that they can do and have sent to your house, at home, wherever that might be, truly are endless. So I certainly want to hear more from you guys as far as your thoughts about the themed rooms, the in-room celebrations, and how that can definitely, to use the Walt word, to plus and enhance your vacation. So please keep talking. We're going to continue here in the chat room a little bit more. I also want you to continue the conversation on our YouTube channel in the comments section. We're youtube.com/WDW Radio. You can also comment on the WDW Radio blog, where I'll post the newscast after the show tonight. Don't forget, every Wednesday night, 7:30. Also come by, follow me over on Twitter. I am at Lou Mongello. She is at Becky_Mankin. He is...
No, I'm not.
Twitter.
What are you? What are you?
No!
What are you?
BECI_Mousefan.
She is Becky_Mousefan. He is O'Tisney.
Disney.
What? I am at Lou Mongello. Come by Facebook. We're facebook.com/WDW Radio. Thanks again to our friends over at touringplans.com for sponsoring. Check them out also at Star Tours Live. Be sure and go out. Also, while you're there downloading lines, you can download the free WDW Radio iPhone app as well as the WDW Radio podcast each and every week. Guys, thanks for coming along. Thanks to you in the box. Thanks to you watching. I'm Lou Mongello, the little orange nerd. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.
See ya.
Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, little orange nerd.